Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's CVTsukuyomi, coming at you guys with a Cardfight Vanguard related video, and I'm going to show you guys my top 4 Narukami deck that I got last weekend. I got top 4, and it was a pretty good deck. I didn't have any of the cards, I just took my friend's cards, and then I finally picked up the cards for myself. So I got top 4, really good. It was out of like 18 people, I think, or 16 people, I forgot. But, yeah, pretty good deck. I didn't want to play Shadow Paladins because I don't really like them, and I don't think they're very good, especially right now with just set 4 being out. So I opted to play this deck, and this deck is for sale. So just message me if you would like it. Yeah, just send me a PM on YouTube or send me a message on. I guess you could if you have Twitter or something, but I would recommend just YouTube. So really good deck, guys, and it is for sale. So if you are interested in buying it, just let me know. Starting off grade 3s, because I always start off with grade 3s, I play 4 Vermillion Kaisers. Really good. Counterblast, Limit Break 4, Counterblast 3. It gets plus 2,000 and it attacks the entire front row. Really good card. It does help you get advantage, which is what I really like about this card. It's just like almost inevitable. Like his effect will always go off, which is really good, and I like it a lot. So I gotta play 4. I used to play 3, but that was because I didn't have a 4th one. But now that I have a 4th one, gotta play 4 because it's good. And he's probably like one of my favorite cards in terms of artwork for dragons. So he's really good. One Thunderbreak dragon just for fun. I don't like playing just 4 Vanguard related cards. I really like playing 5, whether it be in some type of variation. I really like 5. I don't like 4. I just don't feel comfortable with 4. So I play this one. But Thunderbreak's not very good at all. I mean, the fact that he gets plus 5,000 is okay, but his other skill is not very good. So, like, overall, he's not a very good card. He's pretty bad, in my opinion, but he's worth running for another card that I play in the deck that I'll show you later. So, next, I play 2 Breakthrough Dragon. Big fan of Breakthrough. If he gets boosted, he gets plus 2,000. Really good. I think he's pretty good for when cross rides come out because then he can just swing about. He can swing pretty high, past the 18 or 17 or 18, depending on whether they play Majesty or they play the End or they play Overlord. So. The fact that he's pretty good and he's a dragon makes him pretty decent. I like him better than the Dijin because the genie thing is like only Vanguard related, and I like that I can hit anything with this. It's a bit more versatile and it helps me out a bit more in the games. Because sometimes if your opponent has like a column that you don't necessarily like, at least you know that you can hit that column pretty high and be okay. So that's a grade 3s. I play 7. Pretty comfortable with 7. So I used to like playing 8, but I kind of stopped playing 8 because I found a bit better with 7, especially with the starting Vanguard I play. So grade 2s, I play 2 Draconic Scythe. Only 2. I used to play 3, but I don't really want to play 3 anymore just because I feel like I have it too often, and if I play 2, it's a bit more it comes when I need it. Basically, like, I don't want to open up with this and then use it and then not be able to get Vermilion skill off because sometimes that has happened to me. So I opted to just play 2 when I need it. It'll be there, but I'm not gonna rely on it. So not bad. So I play 2 Shiden. I used to play 1 Shiden, and then I dropped one of the Death Scythe for this because I really like this card. And I like this card because what ends up happening is if you're setting up like a turn, if you're setting up for your Vermillion, which you should be, your opponent can read the Vermillion because if you play Narukamis, they generally should if they're good players or they're at least experienced or knowledgeable players, they should know that you're going to set up for Vermillion. And what are they going to do? They're going to intercept with their grade 2s on the rearguard circles because they don't want you to get the pluses from Vermilion skill. So what do I like to do is I like to set up for Vermilion. I like to play this. I like to just call it, and when it's called, you can bind a card. So what happens is that card is bound and it leaves the field and it comes back on your opponent's turn. So what does that mean? Well, it makes it so I can prevent my opponents from intercepting, which is exactly what I want. I don't want them to intercept. I want to keep that thing there. That way when I use my Vermillion, at least I can get the skill off and I can get some pluses off that. So I just play it, bind their stuff, and then next turn I play Vermillion somewhere like right here, and then boom, I use Vermillion skill, go to town. Or Vermillion's already here, and then I go skill because they're not going to just simply retire their grade 2s. It's pointless. So 2 Shiden, I do like it, but it's too much if I play it at 4, so or 3 or 4. 2 is really good to me. Next I play 4 Garuda, the 9k damage on Flipper, so when he attacks a Vanguard and the skill goes through, or the attack goes through, you get to unflip a damage, which is really nice because you have potential to get Vermillion off again, but I wouldn't really like see that as the focus. Just being able to use his skill to unflip 1 damage makes it so you have more counterblast to use other skills. So it's really nice to know that you have that option, and that's why I play 4, because my starting Vanguard does require me to counterblast 1, so I can like just get that counterblast back for free if I ride him. Next I play 4 10k Dragoons, Thunderstorm Dragoons, pretty good card. Definitely like it. It's just a standard 10k, you know, it's really nice so I can just play it on my turn and I can swing without boosting. If I don't have any boosters, it'll generally do something, so pretty good. I mean, he's more of just there for offensive purposes, and then these cards are all meant for setup, basically. The Death Sights are more just to give me, get rid of I guess a problem, I guess you could say. And these Shidens and Garudas are for setups, so Death Sights might be a bit better when set 5 comes out because it can hit Bedivere, it can hit the Velocity Dragon, Bellicosity Dragon, no, Burning Horn Dragon, sorry, Burning Horn Dragon, when that comes out. I don't think that comes out in set 5, but it'll help get rid of grade 2 12k attackers, so not bad. So that's my grade 2 lineup, pretty simple, pretty easy. Nothing special. We got to keep it straightforward. So I don't wanna just do some crazy shenanigans for no reason. Grade 1s, I play 4 Wyvern Guard Golds. I used to play 3, but I definitely like 4. Because I said in my previous profile I'd rather play 4 if I had it, and now I do have it, so I play 4. Basically, it's just your perfect guard, and you ditch a card and your opponent can't go through with the attack. So that's pretty good because with Limit Breaks Out, it's definitely a bit harder to guard with just shields. So with Limit Breaks Out, this is at 4 is pretty good. And because I only play 4 draws because it's all I can play right now, it's good at 4. Okay, hold on. Let me move these up a little bit. And then next I play 2 Photon Bomber Wyverns. Basically, what it does is when it's if you have 3 or more damage, and this is boosting the Vanguard, I'm pretty sure. When this unit boosts a Narukami Vanguard and your opponent's at 3 or more damage, it gets plus 4,000. So it's basically a 10k booster, which is really good. 3 or more damage is so easy. It's like, it's not even really a condition when you think about it, because your opponent's going to hit 3 damage like anyways, so it's just really good. I used to play, I think I played 2 last time, but I do like 3, but I have thought about going back to 3, but when I played at my locals, I was playing 2 and it worked out fine. Next I play 2 Ryins. This is the grade 1 binding unit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is my grade 1 binding unit. So like I said with the Shiden, this can help me. So when I set up for Vermillion, I don't want my opponent to intercept with their grade 2s. So I want to just get it. I want to bind it so that way it stays on their field. And then I can set up for Vermillion next turn. 1 Helena. Now this is actually supposed to be another Ryan, but I don't have it. I borrowed it from a friend during the tournament. So technically my Helena is supposed to be another Ryan, because Ryan and Shiden are pretty decent, so I opted to play more Ryan because it's 7k. This card's actually not very good, Helena, so I wouldn't recommend this. So pretend this is another Helena, or not Helena, sorry, Ryan, because Ryan's pretty good. And then, I just go like this. Then I play 4 Dragoons, the grade 1s, Red River, pretty good card. He's an 8k vanilla, which is standard. I mean, he helps you hit bigger numbers, especially when cross rides come out. It'll help you hit even bigger numbers, so he's pretty important. So I like that. And then one of my favorite cards in the deck, which I did play for fun, but it's like the coolest card in the game. Dragon Dancer Rai Rai. Love this card. I love this card because of the artwork, and I think it's a really cute card. And that's why I actually play this Thunderstorm, or this Thunder Break. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing the Thunder Break. I just like this card, and I think it's really cute. So, and I have to be hipster in this game, because I like to keep things kind of neat. So I play one of these because it's super cute. And otherwise, if I was like being more straightforward or more professional about it, I would not play this card. But I would probably take it out for a Photon Bomber Wyvern. But I really like this card for how cute it is. So gotta play it because I'm just a badass like that. So yeah, that's just how cool I am. So that's my grade 1s. So pretty standard. Nothing too special, so nothing too fancy. All good stuff. And then starting Vanguard, I play Spark Kid Dragoon. He's a 4,000. You counterblast 1. Look at the top 5, and if you get a grade 3, you can add it to your hand. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be asking, why did I not play Saishin? Saishin is another starting Vanguard for Narukami's, and it has 5,000 power. And you counterblast 1, and when it hits something, I forget whether it's Vanguard or just it hits. You can counterblast 1, and you can retire your opponent's grade 0. And the Saishin, not this card, the Saishin is used to get rid of starting Vanguards. The reason why I didn't play it is because at my locals, it's not a very good card. Because a lot of people are playing Gold Paladins, they're playing Spectral Duke Dragon. So if I play against Spectral Duke Dragon, Saishin's skill wouldn't go off. And a lot of people are also playing Shadow Paladins, and they're playing Dimensional Police. And those cards, their rear guards don't move out to another rear guard circle. They stay inside the soul, so I can't hit them. So I opted to play Spark Kid because I thought he was going to have better overall gameplay for me. Because Saishin wasn't going to hit anything. And the only deck I'm really worried about playing at locals is Royal Paladin and Gold Paladin. And maybe the Mirror Match, but it depends. And then Soulless OTT. So, but overall, not more people at my locals were playing starting Vanguards that didn't leave the soul, so I opted not to play Saishin because I just don't think he was going to do me anything. As opposed to this, if I don't open up with Vermillion, at least I have a second chance to get it, so that's why I do that. Triggers, I play 4 critical triggers with another 4 critical triggers because it's good. Critical triggers are good. Critical triggers are what win you games. And they just put a lot of pressure on you, on your opponent. 4 draw triggers, always nice to have. And 4 heal triggers, always good to have. So that's my deck, guys. Narukami deck I got top 4 with last week at locals. And you guys are more than welcome to purchase this deck off me. You just have to send me a message. I do really reasonable prices, so you guys can always come up and just ask, and I'll give you a really decent price. So just send me a message, and you guys should be good to go. So I think I'm done for now. So thank you guys, and peace out.